I wanted to take the experience that I had at Lilly in drug discovery into an environment that would be different from, obviously, Lilly, where we have the rich resources that come from a for-profit organization, into classrooms where students could experience what drug discovery was all about. But I wanted to apply that drug discovery to, namely, neglected diseases. I've always enjoyed trying to do things as simply as possible and, frankly, as inexpensively as possible. In fact, that's kind of why I have enough money to make a contribution to the Central Indiana Community Foundation and establish a fund. How I learned about CICF was actually on a trip up to Chicago on Amtrak. I found myself sitting next to a woman who actually was very close to CICF and had participated and funded some groups within CICF, and she suggested that they would be a good place to help me enable some of my interest from the financial perspective. Talking with her, it became clear that CICF would be a good medium for doing that. So we, continued that conversation.
Bill was just an incredibly inspiring teacher, not only just as a teacher, but as a scientist and as a person.
The idea was to have some very simple equipment that was not expensive, that students could have in labs throughout the world. If we do it right, we're assuming we won't have to spend any more money than what's currently being spent on education in a regular lab. That's our goal. In traditional laboratories, people make something to prove that they know how to do the synthetic procedures, and then that product is thrown in a waste can because it's not needed for anything. Our students do find this project out of the ordinary. They're not used to having a chemistry lab where they realize that what they're doing actually could make a difference.
It's a lot more rewarding because it's not just doing something that's been done for years. Their data, their input is vital to this huge distributed process of potentially discovering drugs for neglected diseases. So it's actually solving a problem. It's not just having people do something that's been done a million times before.
It went beyond just the neglected disease discovery. It went to having some kind of crystallizing concept that could harness the power of students, educate them, and bring them together across these boundaries.
It's so powerful in its simplicity. The results they get are often even better. It involves people working together. It involves scientists working together, educators working together.
They're just the perfect people to be doing this. I mean, we should be educating our students. We should be telling them what they need to learn to be a good physician, to be aware of the ethical and the social issues that are affected by neglected diseases. I always enjoyed being around students and sharing some of my experience with them and learning from them and seeing how they could then become the next generation to carry on the research process. And these things invariably lead to some kind of interesting connection that has been helpful to me in my life, and I hope will be helpful to other people.